Don't do this. Don't be so attached to a 5-year plan that you make this common mistake. It's so fun to have dreams and ambitions and want things to happen a specific way, but 5-year plans can screw you up big time, and this is what I think. Ready? First of all, if you have a 5-year plan, I want to be married, I want to have a kid, or I want my career to be a certain way, or I want to do a certain thing, and you set goals. I'm going to give you an example. I usually give myself as one. So when I was 23, I was like, I want to know who I'm going to marry by the time I'm 24. I want to be married by the time I'm 28 or 26. Have my first kid at 28, my second at 30, and the next one by 32. I wanted 3 kids. I wanted to go, I was working in film and TV. I wanted to go from being a coordinator to a production manager and then be producing my own shows. And ultimately, I wanted to pull up at the Oscars in an open air Jeep with my hair all tossed by the wind in a glamorous gown. That was my goal. So what did I do? What compromises did I make to make all that shit happen? I married a guy who was awful. He was just awful, but he was there. And this is the mentality of so many people. Well, I'm X amount of years old. I have spent X amount of time with this person. They fit my plan. I'm used to them. I can make this work good enough. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to get married. Sometimes you have a kid. And you just keep moving forward, just shoving whatever is closest or within reach into this plan. You just shove it in, even though it's not meant to be. And that is the hardest thing to face and realize when you come to grips with your dreams and reality, is that this 5-year plan didn't really work for you because you're not the girl or the boy that you were 5 years ago, that you've actually learned lessons, you've individuated, you've decided to honor and respect your own boundaries. You've decided that the dreams that you had don't really feel good. Maybe the career you were going after was to please someone. Were you pleasing a parent? Were you fulfilling an expectation? Does this relationship fulfill an expectation of someone else and not you? You have to be brave enough to ask that question, and then even more brave to answer it honestly. Are you happy? Did that 5-year plan make you happy? I really have not ever met anyone who was pleased with the 5-year plan that they made in their 20s that worked in their 30s or 40s or later. Okay, now what happens? You've woken up to the reality that this 5-year plan, this dream, the way you thought your life ought to be, isn't working for you. So that's when energy healing can help you. It can figure out what is real for you. What do you really want? What's important to you? Are you in a relationship because it's easier to stay than go? Are you in a relationship because you just got used to it? Are you in a relationship because you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings? Are you in a relationship it's because what your parent did and you're just mimicking what you know, even when what you know isn't working for you? Is that career choice that you made fulfilling you? We're in a day and age where you don't have to stay with one company for 20 years or 30 years and retire with a watch. You get to explore what you really want. And it's okay to change your mind. You might have to be an adult about it and take charge and make sure you have enough money to do what you need to do. But you can make new choices. Just because you got a degree in business or finance doesn't mean that that's the road that you have to travel your whole life. Life is made up of chapters. You're really young, you're a kid, and then you grow up and you get to live and dream and experience new things. I see so many people in my office who are struggling because they married the person that they were with for 5 years in their 20s because, well, I feel bad if I don't. Not because I love them, not because I could imagine a life with them, not because I can't wait to see how we both grow and change and influence each other, but because it was part of a plan. They feel owed or due, or like that is what they need to do. And don't do that. Don't trap yourself because you think it's what you ought to do, because it was part of a plan. It's because what you owe someone. Because if I was going to flip that on you and say, do you want to be married to someone who only is marrying you because they think it's the right thing to do and not because they really want to? Tell me, so have you, in the comments, let me know, have you found yourself in this time and space in life where it's time to begin writing a new chapter? Or do you want to edit the one that you're in? Let me know.